Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.
Hello, happy Mother's Day. I'm Lori Steiner. Welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, take note. We'll help you orchestrate a song to ensure your wishes are followed. Then, we'll share mom-umental stories about great new smiles. Plus, we have all the right moves to keep your body healthy. Are you burdened with your house maintenance needs? We'll help you nail down those chores. And we'll give you a short course on long-term care.
It's time to get geoing, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for Golden Opportunities. What are your thoughts on how you want your final years to be handled? Have you told anyone your plans? Now is the time to start the conversation. Joining us today to help blend our wishes into a succinct song, not easy for me to say, is Scott Radcliffe and Peggy Lee Taco of Home Instead Senior Care. We will start with Scott here, so welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How did you compose your life song? It's called Life Song Program. Right?
Right.
How did you get that started?
Well, each year, Home Instead Senior Care takes a look at issues that seniors are faced with along with their families, and it identifies things that they need help with, such as developing educational materials or resources for them to take a look at these issues and navigate through them. So, Compose Your Life Song developed as a result of research that was done that showed a lot of seniors don't have any type of plan in place for end-of-life issues that they're going to be faced with. So they have no idea what to do when those things happen. So as a result, we came along with this plan to help these discussions happen between the seniors and their children. And a lot of reasons these plans don't happen is because the senior doesn't recognize that they're going to need help later in life, or they don't think they will, or they think if they do, their children will be there to be the primary caregiver.
Taken care of, yes.
And these adult children, we all have jobs, families, responsibilities to get in the way of being a caregiver. So it doesn't work as well as sometimes we would like to see it. So this plan, the main purpose of the plan is to get the conversation going, to get them talking about the end-of-life issues that you got to be aware of, you got to be concerned with. So, and if we can do that, it's proven that it relieves some of the stress the senior has with facing these end-of-life issues. Plus, it also provides a lot of peace of mind for the kids, knowing, hey, I feel great. My mom and dad do have a plan in place on how to handle these tough issues.
I don't have to worry about it now.
Yeah,
so Peggy, you're often out in your patients' homes. How prepared really are they for these final years?
Truth be told, Lori, most of us are not. We're not. Most of us think as we become seniors, we think about planning for our retirement. Even some of us think about making a plan for our funeral. But few of us really sit down and have a conversation with people around us that love us about what it is we want. And while most of us say that we want to stay in our own home and be independent as long as we possibly can, we don't engage our loved ones and our friends around us in making a plan for what that looks like before something big happens. Something big might be something like perhaps unfortunately having a stroke and not being able to speak for yourself until you recover, or learning that you need a hip replacement or a knee replacement, you can't go up and down the stairs, or even thinking about what's going to happen when I can no longer drive. And
that's the big one.
That's the one that gets most of us.
Those are great questions that people probably should be answering. But to get the conversation going, so how does this manifest into a song?
Well, the music generator is just kind of a light way to get the conversation moving. It's not really a song per se, but it does develop some kind of lyrics along, like similar to writing a song. Is how do you want your life to look like? So it starts off, the music, when you compose the song, it has a list of questions that they ask, like do you have a written will in place? Do you have advance directives in place? Do you have any financial considerations for what you'll do if you do need additional care? All the way to, have you prepared a bucket list of items you want to do in your lifetime? So by getting that process started, it eliminates, like I said, the stress and anxiety of having that approach. So, and once you do complete the questions, the website comes up with a lot of materials to help you decide, okay, maybe I need to pay attention to this or that. And one of the things on there that was one of my favorites, it talks about how to live well to the end. Kind of like the Stephen Covey, you know, begin with the end in mind. What kind of legacy do you want to leave your kids? How do you want to be thought of after you are gone? It's a tough situation, but it makes you start thinking about those things of, you know, difficult to think about, but it also puts in perspective to start the thinking today about how you want that to end up. So.
All right, so music soothes the savage beast of all these questions.
Right.
If you're ready to score a symphony for your life song, give Home Instead Senior Care a call. Their information is next. My thanks to Scott and Peggy for joining us today.
Thank you.
For more information about Home Instead Senior Care, call 800-640-3914 or log on to www.homeinstead.com. Next, Mother's Day Smiles. But first, they gave us Ronald McDonald, Mayor McCheese, and Chicken McNugget. They also sell 75 hamburgers every second. McDonald's restaurants are in 101 countries and have over 14,000 U.S. locations. But which state capital does not have a set of the Golden Arches? We will unwrap the answer when we return.
I'm Dr. Stephanie Christian of Timeless Laser and Skincare. We help men and women achieve healthy, radiant skin at any age. Because when you feel good about how you look, it changes everything.
The all-new TrueSculpt 3D is a revolutionary non-invasive body sculpting technology that diminishes fat. We can now offer our patients impressive results and comfort throughout the procedure. Get the look you want with TrueSculpt 3D.
Visit us in Westlake or at timelesslaserskin.com.
They are a familiar spectacle in towns and cities all over the world, but McDonald's does not have the golden touch in Montpelier, Vermont.
On this mom-umental day, we honor our mothers for encouraging our toothy grins, teaching us to floss, and reminding us to brush twice a day. Wouldn't it be great to dazzle her with the gift of a perfect smile? Dentist Steve Marsh is here to pay tribute to moms. So welcome back to the show
Thanks for that
here.
good introduction.
And there's lots of moms in your family, right?
Right. So, and I thought we'd show, this is sort of an ode to the women in my family. This is my mom and I, probably about 25 years ago. She's no longer with us. But my mom, you know, you've heard me mention my dad was a teacher. My mom was my dad was a dentist, sorry. My mom was a teacher into her 70s. And not only did she teach us about flossing and brushing, but she loved to teach elementary school. And so one of the great things about Golden Opportunities, I've been able to teach viewers.
Right.
And these are three moms in my life, and my wife. So Wendy's on the right, the viewer's right. And she's played an important part, a dental hygienist by trade and master's in health administration, still work together. And our two daughters, Abby and Stephanie, and now they are both moms. We have three grandsons via Abby and Stephanie. So these are the women, and I thought, what a nice salute to them.
Absolutely, yeah. So traditionally it is the moms who bring in the children and the other family members to the dentist, but you've got stories of children bringing their mom in, right?
Yeah, so it's almost like I'm talking about. It's payback to the moms for taking such good care of us. And I thought we'd demonstrate or show some pictures of cases where kids brought in their moms.
All right.
And sometimes it's for a family reunion, sometimes for an event. And in this case, this is a mother and the daughter's a professor and brought her mom in. She was always bothered by the space, didn't like the lack of proportion, if you will, and wanted to have a smile that she was proud of her family reunion. And so she came in, brought her mom. We talked about a few things. We did a wax prototype to show her what she could look like. She was in her 80s. We did porcelain veneers on the front, even in her 80s, and she loved it and said she was the star of the reunion. She looked younger than anybody in her group.
Yeah,
so
that's a great smile.
Very proud of it. And this is a wonderful story. This is about a mom you talked about who took care of her kids. She was a wonderful mother, a wonderful wife, also in her 80s. And her husband and her daughter brought her in and said, it's time for us to take care of Mom. Her teeth had some, you can see, old porcelain crowns with metal. Some of it had fractured. She actually thought she really wasn't worthy of it at her age, but they insisted. It's a lovely story. She's so thrilled with her smile, and they were really pleased to have given it to her. It's a wonderful way to give back to a mom.
That's for
who
sure.
meant a lot to her. So this one, if you look closely, Lori, on the left side, this is a woman, again, 90 years old. Her daughter brought her in. We had taken care of her daughter. Her mom was a golden opportunity viewer. She had had some bonding over the years. She had a dentist who really didn't keep up, but did the best he could at the time. And we took off the old bonding, and those are porcelain veneers, Lori. So you can see they're much more natural. The color's better, not so discolored. You can see what happens to some of the old bonding over time. And the lower, we ultimately did the lower. We don't have that picture, but we started with the upper and then came back and did the lowers as well. Well, this is the opposite, Lori. This is actually a grandmother. You know, today, a lot of times the grandmothers and grandparents are taking care of younger grandchildren because of a family situation. This young woman was 28 years old. She had worn her teeth down, and her grandma came in and said, I really want to take care of her. She's with me now. And we did porcelain veneers. We whitened her lower teeth a little bit and gave her this smile. And I have to tell you, her self-confidence soared after she had this done. She said she wasn't very proud of the smile. She wasn't very good with people, and this sort of was a life-changing thing for a 28-year-old by a grandmother now taking care. So there are different family situations, but what's wonderful is we have the ability today to honor our moms, honor our kids by helping sometimes with their smile, which is a wonderful gift to them.
It really is. That's true.
Thanks.
Your mom is special, and you want her to look her best. Treat her like a queen this Mother's Day and bring her to see Steve for a new smile. His number's next.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, pain relief. Looking for places to go, things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. The Cleveland Asian Festival features the best showcase of food and culture. Join in the fun with performances, food, and free shuttle tours of Asiatown. To learn more, call 216-309-2759 or visit www.clevelandasianfestival.org.
Having more confidence and finding time to enjoy your family are positive aspects of growing older. On the other hand, aging can have its downfalls. Our next guest will help you prevent just that, falls. Physical therapist Lauren Janisch gives us some traction so we don't slip and tumble along the way. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Are there some changes that we can make in our home sweet home to kind of try to prevent falls?
Well, one of the biggest things is everyone loves throw rugs. So get them out. If you don't want to get them out and you just love that throw rug, a lot of times I'll recommend taking some clear packing tape and just taping the edges down. You know, if you want to stay in your home, be safe, make some adjustments, and that's a simple thing to do.
How about rails and things like that?
There's always, well, steps require rails for sure. And almost always by code there's going to be one rail. So adding another railing to the other side of the steps is going to make the home a lot safer, helping to prevent falls. Also, something as simple as going to the local hardware store and getting sandpaper treads to put on wooden steps will help a lot with safety. In general, just stay away from stairs if you can, period. Build a little ramp there or move.
Are there some kind of changes that might require some outside help to get them done?
Sometimes putting up the railings will require outside help. Sometimes even installing, depending on the size of the stairs, something like a stair glide. Or you may want to have yourself, if you're talking about yourself or mom or dad, move onto the main floor. A lot of people don't use their dining room areas much anymore. Take out the chandelier and change things around, and that can be a nice bedroom.
Make it a nice bedroom, yeah. So how about pets being a tripping hazard?
Pets are always a tripping hazard as we get older. We can't hear as well, you can't see as well. And on top of it, you can't move as quickly when they do happen to maybe get under your feet. The other thing to think about is our pets are getting older, so they don't move as quickly trying to get out from under your feet. So it's more about, if you want to keep that pet, just being cognizant of looking down to make sure that they're not there to keep from tripping.
Yeah, especially those cats that like to go in between your legs and just rub, Any recommendations, like if you stand up and you suddenly feel dizzy, or you're walking and you get dizzy?
For sure, that happens a lot with first standing up or even first sitting up out of bed. And the simplest answer is just to sit there for a minute or stand there for a minute until it passes, because a lot of times it's related to blood pressure. But if that's not happening, there could be lots of other reasons for people getting dizzy. They may need to be seen by a specialist. It could be something in your inner ear causing a vestibular problem, or you might just need some general strengthening things to help you to keep from feeling so dizzy.
Okay, how about exercise?
Exercise is going to be a part of any regimented physical therapy program. So whether you have somebody that's coming out to your home for a therapy program, or you're going into an outpatient type office with a specialized equipment that they can help train you on a program, for sure you'll need something like that.
All right, some great tips for us today. My thanks to Lauren for giving us ideas on keeping us upright and steady. For more information, give Suburban Physical Therapy a call at the number coming up next.
To learn more about how physical therapy can help you, call Suburban Physical Therapy at 330-963-2920 or click to www.suburbanpt.com. Up next, DIY. It's time to get up and go, an exercise segment on golden opportunities.
Hello everybody, it's Mike Carvin from Breakout Fitness. Today we're going to help you work those ever important shoulder cuffs that help to support our rotator cuff. You ready to go?
I am ready to go.
Let's do it. Okay, so this is an upright row using our exercise band. We're simply going to step on the center of the band. We want to kind of offset our feet here so we can make sure we don't lose the band and we don't lose our balance. All we're going to do is start with your hands, palms facing your thighs in front of you. We're going to lead with the elbows, bringing your elbows above your wrists until your fists touch just about the top of your chest, okay? All the way up, all the way down. Remember, good posture. Make sure you're breathing. It's always exhale with exertion and inhale as you're resting. All right, how you doing?
I'm ready to roll my boat out in Lake Erie this summer.
You got the breathing down, you got good posture, doing well, excellent. All right, everybody, once again, 12 to 15 repetitions, 3 to 4 sets, and you'll have stronger shoulders. So now it's your turn to get up and go.
For your copy of the exercise booklet, send $1 for postage to Golden Opportunities, 6105 Parkland Boulevard, Suite 140, Mayfield Heights, Ohio, 44124.
One day you look up at your roof and notice that some of your shingles are missing. You immediately call a roofing company, but does this contractor really have your best interests at heart? Keisha Allen, Executive Director of Home Repair Resource Center, is here to put the finishing touches on how to be your own best advocate, right?
Absolutely.
So a lot of what you do is educating your clients, and that's a real top priority on these matters, right?
Absolutely. Contracting repairs oftentimes can be a disaster if you don't have the tools ready to prepare you to get the repair done. So what we do is we offer a variety of workshops, one-on-one consultations, so everyone feels comfortable when negotiating with a contractor to get a good repair for your home.
So you counsel seniors in negotiating with the contractors, and how do you go through that whole process, right?
Well, yeah, we always promote 3 bids. A lot of times people know someone and refer someone, but we want to make sure you're getting the quality bid. Sometimes the quality bid isn't the cheapest, but we want to make sure it's like I said, a quality bid. So we work with the seniors to make sure they're getting 3 bids. We kind of monitor the contractors, make sure the seniors aren't giving any money up front for them to kind of walk away with. And then 9 times out of 10, the contractors don't get paid until there's actually a satisfaction survey completed by the senior. So we really support that process.
So you're all the way through the whole process. That's
Absolutely.
Good. And you've got some interesting programming that goes on at the Cleveland Heights Senior Center, right?
Absolutely. We're excited about our senior workshop series. It'll be held 90-minute sessions that we're going to hold the last Tuesday of every month. We'll be talking about subjects such as aging in place, home modification, how to actually contract a repair, and window replacements versus window repairs. We're really excited about that, and we hope we get a lot of attention and folks come down and get some education.
I might show up for some of these.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Are you expanding your program to other communities as well? I mean, it sounds like this is something everybody needs.
Absolutely. You can call our offices or go to our website, www.hrrc-ch.org, where you can get information about how we can bring this programming to your senior center or small groups. We're always interested in educating the population.
And sometimes that DIY project you're trying to get to is just impossible because you don't have the right tools.
Absolutely.
So you can help with that?
Absolutely. We have our new tool library. For only $25 for a whole year, you can loan an array of 1,000 tools, which you don't have to pay for. And so instead of buying that tile saw from the big box store, come to our places and rent it for 7 days for free and get that job done.
Can you renew it if you don't get that job done in 7 days?
Absolutely. We understand that projects usually take a while, so we're very lenient, and we want to make it a resource that everyone knows that you don't have to buy that tile saw for hundreds of dollars and let it sit in your basement for years to come.
Yeah, but I know it's always easier when you got the right tool to do the job. So.
Absolutely.
What's your most popular class?
Our most popular class, windows, replacement versus repair. We have a lot of commercials, a lot of advertisements out there in which you're going to be investing anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 on something that you only have a 20 to 30 year warranty on, when you can possibly fix them on your own. So that's one of our biggest classes. And then the contracting, repair, educating, knowing how to read a bid, knowing how to read a spec is always important, and one of our more well-attended classes.
Okay, so is most of what you're trying to do DIY?
No, we do DIY stuff, meaning that we have education classes where folks can come in, learn how to do things, but we also provide the counseling, the support, where a lot of folks don't feel comfortable in this space talking with people who are very comfortable in this space. So we like to be a supportive agency all around. So when folks want to either stay in their home, maintain their home, or even, transition out of their home.
All right, great information. Learning to negotiate with contractors and having classes for do-it-yourself projects are great resources to have in our toolbox, or you can rent it from them. Our thanks to Keisha. Her number is next.
Find out more by calling the Home Repair Resource Center at 216-381-6100 or click to www.hrrc-ch.org. Next, protection for the long term.
What is the new Trump tax law, the most sweeping tax overhaul in over 30 years? It means if you have $500,000 or more in liquid assets, it means complex challenges and exceptional opportunity. Hi, I'm Jim Lineweaver with Lineweaver Wealth Advisors. To help you understand what these challenges and opportunities are and how you may be able to benefit from them, we've organized a professional panel of financial, legal, and tax experts with over 40 years of experience to join us for dinner at the award-winning Lockkeepers Restaurant in Valley View. The panel discussion and dinner are complimentary, but seating is very limited. So call today. Dates and times are on your screen.
Did you miss a phone number or website? Then here's your second chance, because we're going to list all of that information again. Then we'll be back to ensure your long-term care. When you're age 65, the chances are about 50-50 that you're going to need long-term care in the future. The average cost of that care is about $86,000 per person per year, more if you have to move to a nursing home. Here with some tips about a way to help pay this cost is my law partner, Mike Solomon.
Hi, Lori.
Hey there, Mike. So we know long-term care is expensive. So what kind of planning are you discussing today?
Well, one of the things is to think about buying long-term care insurance. So that's to pay, for your expenses if you have to, go into a nursing home or assisted living or stay at home and you need people to help you when you stay at home, or even possibly fix up your place if you're disabled. And there's a number of ways to buy this insurance, but it's important for people to consider.
Okay, so what's the traditional way that people have bought long-term care coverage?
Well, the traditional way is you get a policy, you pay an annual premium. Maybe the average I think is around $2,700. It depends on your age and your health when you take out the policy. But you take the policy out, you pay it annually. If you have, if you need assistance with bathing or dressing or eating or toileting, then you can apply for the benefit, and it'll pay you an X amount of dollars a day, let's say $175 a day, to help you pay for offsetting the cost of the assisted living or the nursing home or whatever, the home care if you need it. So that's the typical policy.
Okay, so do a lot of people purchase these kind of policies?
Unfortunately, they don't. A lot of people don't for a couple of reasons. Number one, you know, it's they buy this policy, they make their yearly payments, and maybe hopefully they never have to use it. So they get irritated. They paid all these premiums. That never made sense to me, by the way. You pay for homeowners insurance.
Absolutely,
you
have
hope,
to.
And you hope you don't use it, right? So I don't think it was a waste, but a lot of people do. They don't like that. The other problem is the cost. A lot of these insurance companies, when they first came out with these policies, didn't have a good idea of how much the costs are, and so the premiums can go up. Even if they tell you your premium is fixed, the insurance company can, policy-wide, all the policyholders can apply to the Department of Insurance and increase your costs. I had a client who their premium doubled.
Wow.
So you have to worry about that. So it's an important type of coverage, but you know that's one of the problems people have.
So real quickly, is there anything else available to help cover that long-term care gap?
Okay, well, you might want to think about some annuities or life insurance policies that let you use some of the benefits for long-term care, but if you don't use it for that, then you still have your life insurance or your annuity, so that's always a good program. There's another one, if I only have a little bit of time, it's called the Partnership Program, where you can buy a policy and it helps preserve some of your assets for the Medicaid planning that you do a lot for clients. So it's a good combination to think about in those situations.
But you got to plan and get information,
That's
right?
right.
Long-term care insurance is complicated, but it can be very useful to help pay for the high cost of long-term care in a nursing home. Take Mike's advice and shop carefully for your policy. For more information, call Mike at the following number.
Call Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.ssnplaw.com.
Thanks for joining us. Until next week, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
If you'd like to join our kitchen conversation, visit our website, www.goldenopportunities.tv. Like us on Facebook. Call us at 440-742-GO-TV or email us at kitchen@goldenopportunities.tv. We'd love to hear from you.
Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.